to Cosmic Woman Tarot. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you would like to book a personal reading with me, I will put my contact information in the description box below. Alright, so let's get started, guys. This video is actually going to be called Should You Stay or Go? Okay, and this is related to should you stay in this relationship or go? Should you stay at this job or go to another one? Should you stay in the city that you're in or go to another one? Okay, so should you move or not? So, yeah, it's going to relate to the should you stay or go. I'm going to pull cards for the energy that would be surrounding you if you decide to stay, and then I'll pull some cards for the energy surrounding you if you decide to go. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Please give me insight into what kind of energy would be surrounding them if they did decide to stay. What kind of energy would surround them if they decide to stay? Okay. So, you got New Moon in Aries energy, okay? For some of you guys, this would speak to a Aries person with Aries energy. If you decide to stay, being a part of your life. For others of you, it could speak to if you stay, you'll be forced to take action, okay? You'll be forced to take on this Aries type of energy, kind of, I'm here to take control of your lives, kind of be assertive as far as what you do and what you don't want out of the situation. Like, you won't have any choice but to kind of step up to the plate, okay, and take some kind of action. So that's the first part of what you can expect if you decide to stay. What else can they expect should they decide to stay? What else can they expect if they decide to stay? Wow. All right. So I love when Spirit comes out and double confirms, something. So let me see. Can you guys see that? All right. So you got two rams here. Okay. So it's just reconfirmation now. I feel like for some of you guys, maybe staying, or maybe the reason that you're even considering going on to something different or a different person or situation or place or whatever. The reason why you're here, you're trying to figure out should you stay or go, is because there's something that you kind of, something that you've been kind of avoiding dealing with. For some of you guys, like I said, it's an Aries, okay? Or someone that embodies this Aries energy a lot. For others of you, it is actually just avoiding having to take action and deal with whatever the uncomfortable situation is, that has caused you to even be considering whether or not you should stay or go, okay? So for a lot of you guys, the reason that you would rather go is because you just don't want to deal with that shit anymore, okay? You're tired of it. It's draining a lot of you guys emotionally. You really just don't really have any more energy that you want to exert or put towards this situation, so much so that you would rather just, get the fuck on, okay? However, Spirit is letting you know that if you decide to stay, you don't have any choice but to deal with this. Like, you can't just stay, and not deal with whatever the issue is that's troubling you, that is even causing you to consider wanting to go, okay? You will have to take action and initiate, the uncovering of this issue, getting to, the bottom of this issue, okay? Once and for all, you'll have to find a way to settle this issue. You cannot just stay and ignore this. You cannot just stay and just, push this off to the side. Spirit is coming, in twice and saying you're going to have to be assertive. You're going to have to take action. You're going to have to face this head on, and you're going to have to deal with whatever this is, whether you like it or not, okay? The other card that came out to clarify what would happen if you guys would stay is this card. Okay, so this card also speaks to a person that's speaking their truth. Okay, sometimes it's in a form of writing, so it can speak to you, writing a letter to someone, or in this day and age, maybe sending a text message, or sending an email or something to that effect. But more than anything, it just speaks to the fact that if you stay, you have to speak your truth, okay? Because this part is all about speaking your truth, guys. So if you decide to stay, you're going to have to take action about whatever the issue is, and you're going to have to speak your truth on it, okay? So you can't. For some of you guys, I'm hearing that you thought you could just stay, and the action that you can take would be either to ignore it, or just cut the situation in person or whatever out completely. Whatever it is that's causing you to want to even think about going. But not only do you have to stay and face it head on, but you have to speak your truth. Okay, so facing it head on doesn't mean you can just cut it off. Okay, now you may be able to cut it off, once you speak your truth, but this is a part of that process for you guys if you decide to stay. The other thing that you have to deal with when you decide to stay is, the fact that you can change the situation. Okay, this is positive energy to me. This is a positive sign for those of you that are thinking about staying, but you just kind of feel so unsure about if you stay in the situation, if you stay with this person, if you stay in this certain town or whatever, or, apartment complex, whatever. If you stay, you're kind of worrying, is anything even going to change? Is anything even going to get better, the situation? So I do feel like this is a sign from spirit that yes, things can change. Yes, things can get better. However, this is in the caterpillar energy. So, just as the caterpillar kind of inches along and they get where they're going little by little, the change that will happen with this situation, will come, but it's going to come little by little. So it is going to require you guys to be very patient and trust the process, okay? But, like I said, you'll have to face it head on. You'll have to speak your truth, and then you'll have to be patient and allow the transformation to take place. All right, so that is for the possibility or what energy will be surrounding if you made the decision to try to stay. Okay, I'm going to move on and pull some cards to see what could be expected for those of you that make the decision to go. Okay. All right, Spirit. So what can they expect if they decide to go? What can they expect if they decide to go? Thank you. All right. So for those of you who decide to go, you got this Aquarius full moon energy, okay? The card says show the world the real you. So I do feel like if you decide to go, you're going to end up, on a unique journey, okay? One that is your own, okay? One that is, what you really want to do, what you really want to be involved in, what you really want to be aligned with, no matter how weird or kooky or something that may seem to other people, you deciding to go is going to, I'm hearing light a fire in you, and going to, bring in this confidence in you, this air of confidence in you to, let yourself be free to live and be whoever it is that you truly want to be, okay? For a lot of you guys, going, is going to be like a sense of hope and renewal in your life that allows you to, be able to show the world who you really are, okay? And embrace that. I'm going to pull some clarifiers for you guys to see what else you can expect if you decide to go. All right. So, sorry. So for those of you that are thinking about making a decision to go, okay, I feel like for those of you that make the decision to go, what's going to happen is a couple of things here. So I feel like you may have to go it alone for a while, okay? I feel like you may have to go it alone for a while. You may have to go travel down a path that takes you to kind of feeling lonely or having to do a lot of things on your own. I mean, you can be in a relationship and still be embodying this energy for those of you that might need to be married or something like that. This is speaking to like a path of you being your true authentic self, okay? And the fact that you're going to have to travel down a road alone in order for you to do that. Like, in order for you to unlock the opportunity that will come with you being your true authentic self, and being free to live your life in that way, is going to cause some isolation. Okay, it's going to cause some isolation. It is going to cause you guys to kind of fall back and let things come to you, let opportunities come to you. You can't just kind of leave and then bam, everything happens overnight. Boom, boom, boom. You know what I mean? Like, all the opportunities unlocking, all of a sudden you're your true self. Whatever. Like, no, I feel like I said, it's gonna require a lot of introspection. Okay, which could cause a lot of you guys to feel lonely, or for some of you, you will literally be alone while you're doing a lot of introspection. Okay, while you're doing a lot of self evaluation, and a lot of self work. Okay. Um, so while that is going on, you may not be able to live up to commitments to certain situations or people that you may be currently aligned with. So by you deciding to go, you are essentially making a decision that you're kind of choosing yourself, is what I'm hearing. Okay, you're choosing yourself, you're choosing your own situation and whatever you have going on. And you're gonna have to live with that choice. There's consequences for every action, so you're not gonna be able to leave, but then kind of still have one foot in and one foot out of the old situation that you're leaving from, and whatever you're trying to build in the new situation. When you leave, that's it. That situation is snatched from you, taken from you, however you want to describe it. You won't be able to kind of go back and forth between the two worlds. Now you have to go face forward into your new world, and that'll be that. Now, the other things that you guys can expect that decide to leave is you get to free yourself. Okay, there are obligations in life that we have to fulfill. You all have already done that. Okay, and so by you leaving, you are freeing yourselves from feeling like you're kept in this cage, and that there are certain obligations that you still have to fulfill to others or to situations. Spirit is saying you won't have to feel that anymore. Okay, where you won't feel that anymore, and you won't have to deal with that anymore. You'll be able to set yourself free from, I'm feeling like this self-imprisoned jail, that a prison, that you got, a cage, or whatever you want to call it, you guys have yourselves within. Okay, you'll be able to free yourself from that. The other thing is that you won't have to deal with anybody playing games with you. Okay, there will be no bullshit energy surrounding you where someone is playing games with you. There will be no one that's around you that is sipping your tea and listening to your business only for them to run and go and spill it to someone else. You will essentially be able to kind of gain control back over the situation in your life. Because I feel like for a lot of you guys, you may feel like you have lost this control. So you'll be able to regain the control by actually, freeing yourself from this cage that you've been in. Okay, so you free yourself from this cage, and in doing so, you actually take back that control over your life, guys. Okay, so that is for those of you that have decided that you want to go from the situation. Again, we did do a reading here to see what happens if you decide to stay, or what happens if you decide to go. Okay, so I do hope that this reading helps you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, peace and prosperity.